Hola. Good evening. My name is Gay-Jennings. I am your student's Spanish teacher this year. I teach Spanish 5 Level 1, Spanish 4 Level 1, and I'm teaching Spanish 1 just until October when our teacher arrives to take over the class. So I'm just helping out with Spanish 1 now, but we're having a lot of fun. So I'm very sorry that I can't be with you tonight at open house. My courses for my CAGS program, which means Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study, starts tonight, the same night. So I have to attend class. But I did want to put out this video just so I could talk to you a little bit about how the classes run, just give you some background information about myself. And I really hope I get to meet you at parent conferences. I've had a lot of your students, older siblings and cousins in the past, so it'll be really great to see you and reconnect. So I'm just going to present this slide to you. I also am going to, in this email, when I send the screencast out, I've also made a QR code that you can access this presentation as well for more information. So just a little bit about me. I've been teaching for 18 years, which is crazy to think about how fast that time went by. 16 years at Marshfield High School. I went to Providence College for my undergrad, Simmons for my master's. I've studied abroad in Spain twice, Salamanca when I was at Providence for a semester. And then when I was getting my master's, I spent a summer in Granada. And I go back, to visit my friends, and we went back in 2013 as well with Marshfield High School. I took students to Burgos, which is in the north of Spain. Hopefully we can have that exchange happen next year. Hopefully everything works out and we're able to do that trip again, because it's a wonderful experience for our students. It really helps build their confidence, and also, they get to experience a whole other culture and they live there for 2 weeks. I also lead the senior Spanish trip to, students. I take the art kids as well and the French students to New York City to visit the MoMA. We're actually doing that this year, December 3rd. So I'm just in the process. I have the tickets booked for the MoMA. I just have to get the charter bus organized. But for my seniors, it's looking like December 3rd, Friday. And we leave school, we leave here at 6 a.m. We get to the museum, have a tour, and then we explore New York City, and we leave at 6 p.m. We're home by about midnight, but it's the best trip and the students really enjoy it. And I'm excited that we can do it this year. I also have a 7-year-old son named Owen. He just started second grade. I love to travel. My husband is actually British. He's from Wales. So we go to the United Kingdom to visit a lot. Hopefully they can come over and see us soon. It's been a really long time. I also love running and fundraising. So I actually have run for Joslin Diabetes Center, the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, and this year I'm actually running the Boston Marathon for the Irish Pastoral Center out of Dorchester. I'm really passionate about teaching and having strong relationships with our students. If you don't have a strong relationship, then you won't feel comfortable expressing yourself, asking questions, getting help, giving opinions. So it's really important for me to build that relationship with my students. Also for the students to have a comfortable, respectful learning environment so they can flourish. Because if any challenges arise, they feel comfortable enough that they can come to me. We can work it out. They can talk to their peers. So that's very important to me. And I'm so excited to have your student this year in class. All right, sorry. And then here's just information about our syllabus, the video permission sheets, and the Marshfield High School World Language Cheating and Translation Policy. I have all these links available. Again, I'm sending this slide to you as well so you can access those. It's important for the Spanish 5 and Spanish 4 students to have those video permission slips signed by you. Just because some of the movies aren't rated, or they're rated R, mostly due to language, but I just need to have your permission so that your student can view those wonderful movies that either are talking about, the Chilean dictatorship getting overthrown in the movie No, or post-Spanish Civil War mixed with some fairy tales in Pan's Labyrinth. So thank you so much for signing those. Here are some video links to view our Canvas pages, but I can show you what it looks like as well here. This is Spanish 5, so this is what your student would see. I'll do student view. I'm very proud of these buttons I made. So your student can actually access the syllabus here, our daily class schedule, the first chapter of their text. All the texts are digitized, so we cut them, scan them, our vocab list for the moment, and just some additional practice. And I include, the time that we meet, my email. This is for you as well. Anytime you have questions, concerns, please email me, rjennings@mpst.org, so that I can help with the issue. Or, if you just want to tell me your student's going to be missing class that day, I can connect with your student and we can figure out a plan of action to help them make up. This is what the daily schedule looks like. And this is the same for all the classes. I did this pre-COVID as well because it really helps students stay organized. And I love all the links in one space so that the students can follow along easily. So as you can see here, this was our first day of class, just the welcome. We played a people bingo, went over the procedures in class. I did a photo dump where they took 3 pictures off their phone about their summer or just something that's important to them. They spoke in Spanish to a partner. We did some stations where we talked about, just some daily, they did the class survey, the syllabus, they played some speaking games. And that's the homework down there. So that's kind of what it looks like every class. And I always put a ridiculous meme on there because they make me laugh and they're funny and the students like them. All right. So back to here. Our text for Spanish 5 Level 1 is Cine Documental. We learn through documentary film. I went to a conference and found this book because I was looking for a way to revamp the course. And this was a wonderful text to use because we're learning about immigration, feminism, war and peace, sports, specifically baseball camps in the Dominican Republic. It really brings the culture to life for the students viewing it through documentary film. It also opens up a lot of room for some great discussion in the classroom. For Spanish 4 Level 1, we use the book Imagina, which is great as well. So we delve into more advanced grammar, vocab. Each chapter also includes a cortometraje, which is a video short. Like, for instance, the one we're learning about, like personal relations, like, for instance, moods, relationship vocab, and then the cortometraje is No Me Ama, called She Doesn't Love Me, about a young man who's worried that his girlfriend doesn't love him and just his mind spinning out of control. And the students really like that video short. So it really brings the vocab, the theme to life for them. Also, the culture that's integrated into each chapter is really good as well. For Spanish 1, again, I'm just going to be with your student till October, but I'm so excited to have them. I usually don't teach students just starting out in Spanish, and they're wonderful. And we just use the combination of 2 books, so they're all digitized within the module as well. And we just kind of learn the basic skills in Spanish and hopefully ignite a desire in your student to continue learning the language. This is just what we went over the schedules. How I assess your student, classwork and homework, orals. We do something called flip grids, where they submit videos through Canvas, presentations. I also told the students that translation policy, it's really important that they do not resort to Google Translate or any type of translating tool. That is cheating. That is not their own work. If they feel as though they're really struggling, they feel as though they need to rely on a translator, they need to see me. I want them to be honest. I want them to respect me, to come to me, to talk to me about it, and we can work together to help them perform well on this project or this oral presentation. Because resorting to those translators is only going to hurt them, and it's also disrespectful to me because it's very obvious when a student is using a translator and trying to pull one over. We also have projects. I always allow students to work individually or in a pair or in a group. So I give students lots of options. I want them, they know how they're going to best complete that project. Maybe they're really busy individually, and then you'll do the project alone. And then maybe the next project they want to work with a group. So I give students a lot of choice. I think that's really important. And the participation grade. Participation is not just raising their hand, it's staying focused, being prepared in class, writing emails to me in Spanish, using the language as much as possible. So those all contribute to their participation grade. And And then within class as well, with our classwork, I do collect the classwork through Canvas to give them credit, but also to look over to make sure that everyone's on the same page and no one's starting to fall behind, so I can see who I need to reach out to. But we do play a lot of games in class. I love games. I have a lot of energy. So we do a lot of student-centered activities. My classroom is very student-centered. And just to wrap up, my contact information again, please reach out, rjennings@mpst.org, with any questions or concerns. I really want your student to have a successful year. I'm very excited to be working with them and with you. And again, I apologize that I'm not there tonight, but I hope that we can meet each other soon and at conferences in November. And thank you so much for listening to this really long video, and have a good night. Thank you.